It honestly blows my mind how nobody is talking about this. So I've seen some videos here and there of people discovering Pixar's hidden Easter eggs and subliminal messages, but this video will make you look at your favorite Pixar movie completely differently. This will expose all the Easter eggs, all the secret messages and subliminals inside Pixar, and it's absolutely insane. Now, I haven't watched this video, so we're both about to be watching it for the first time. So let's get straight to it. Before we get started, everyone go ahead and comment right now what your favorite Pixar movie growing up was. Me personally, my favorite Pixar movie was always SpongeBob. It always just hit differently. But let me know what your guys was in the comments. Let's get straight to it.
Pixar theory.
The Pixar theory.
The Pixar theory.
Hey, this is about to go crazy.
Theory. The Pixar theory.
The Pixar theory.
The Pixar theory.
Pixar theory.
It's really the Pixar theory.
By far, the most popular fan theory of all time in any media is the Pixar theory. The idea that every Pixar movie exists in the same cinematic universe, and all the hidden Easter eggs referencing other Pixar movies are actually carefully crafted hints that can be used to explain how all of these very different movies exist in one universe. It was created by John Negroni and has since been restated and added on to by hundreds of different people across the internet. And for good reason. I think the Pixar theory is such a fun and clever way to think about these movies, and the amount of connections they were able to find is really impressive. But I also think the Pixar theory is fundamentally flawed. The theory heavily relies on the logic behind Easter eggs in Pixar movies to construct its narrative. I'm not really gonna explain the theory in this video, but stuff like the reoccurring By and Large logo being proof of machines taking over, or the fact that the witch from Brave somehow has a Sully carving being proof that she's actually Boo from the future. I'm not saying you can't use Easter eggs in a fan theory.
Crazy.
I use them all the time. They are very useful in theory crafting. But if you're gonna claim this Easter egg as evidence in your theory,
that really is
how do you explain Boo having a Nemo toy in Monsters
Inc?
That's
crazy.
Or all of these Bugs Life toys in Toy Story 2, or all of the other many references to other Pixar movies. You can't just say, oh, those are just fun Easter eggs referencing other movies. They don't count. If you're also saying, this Easter egg, now this one is actually proof of time travel and these movies being connected. Either they're all intricately placed hints about the lore, or they're all just references that don't matter. You can't have it both ways. And if we're being honest, 99% of Pixar Easter eggs are just references that can't be explained by any in-universe reason. And look, I'm not trying to ruin anyone's fun here. I know most people already know this and still choose to enjoy the Pixar theory just because it's a fun way to think about these movies, even if there isn't actually any hard evidence. That's at least how I
know there's so much evidence.
What if I told you there was another way to connect these movies? A way that doesn't just rely on tiny background Easter eggs. An alternative way to look at this theory, based on actual concrete, indisputable evidence of these characters existing in the same universe. Evidence that I have never seen even mentioned in another Pixar theory. That must sound too good to be true, right? There have been hundreds of different theories trying to connect these movies over the years. How could there possibly be anything else to say? Well, what if I told you we've all been looking in the wrong place?
Hold up, wait a minute.
This is Alex Bale's Pixar Metaverse Theory. I'm calling it Alex Bale's Theory, by the way, so that if all these other Pixar theory channels start covering it, they gotta give me credit, okay? This is my theory.
You want to eat the best, but cooking is a mess.
That actually looked
Store-bought
delicious.
meals seem easy, but the results will make you queasy. Not anymore. Introducing Factor Meals, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service. Factor's delicious chef-prepared meals.
We're skimming straight through this ad, bro. Factor's not paying me for this one, so we're just gonna skip right past that.
ARG. That series is over, and I am done making SpongeBob theories. But I do have one last special thing planned for you SpongeBob theory fans. I'll talk about that a little bit.
You guys loved when I watched that SpongeBob video, though. That video popped off. Alright, it's about to get crazy, y'all. It's about to get crazy, chat. We got the bloopers.
When Pixar was first starting out, they used to include these little bonus segments during the end credits of their movies.
Speed. Marker. And action.
Are you saying I'm stupid?
Marker.
Wait,
just be part of the movie now?
Wait, chat. I don't remember a single one of those. I don't remember I do not remember that at all. Am I the only one that does not remember that? That might be really a Mandela effect.
These
right
were
there,
bloopers.
Because I do not remember that blooper one bit.
Where they would re-show scenes from the movie, but the characters would suddenly forget their lines or mess up.
I don't remember this at all, Chad.
Go get him, Mr. Solomon! You idiot! It's Sullivan, not Solomon! What? You're messing up the scene! Sorry! Never gonna work in Hollywood again!
Were these?
Does this mean we can break for lunch?
Is this really in the movie?
What? What's so funny? Woody!
It's something you'd expect from a live-action movie with real actors, but these are obviously animated movies with fake computer-generated
what is this
characters and
ancient-ass
environments.
technology?
Meaning the creators went out of their way to make these fake bloopers just to make the movies feel more real. They even sometimes show the crew filming them. Now, obviously, these are not canon. They're just funny gags where we get to pretend like the characters are real actors on a real set. It's
No, they're
something that
definitely
other
real.
animated movies have also done.
1527, take one.
That's as close as I can get right now.
I'm on a seafood diet. I see seafood? Never mind.
But if that's the case, if this is just a random throwaway gag for the credits and not something we should actually think about, then why did the creators go out of their way to make the crew filming A Bug's Life also bugs?
Actually, it wasn't even my idea. Hey, watch it!
Oh, what? Oh, damn, that's crazy.
It's a weird detail to include for such a quick little nothing gag, right? But this detail has some very interesting implications for this weird little meta alternate universe where all the characters are just actors who know they're filming a movie. Like, this has to mean that in this universe, these actors are actually real talking bugs, right? Like, I first assumed maybe the implication was that they were just like humans in bug costumes, but there's no way the crew would also be in costumes too. So
you don't know, maybe
this
it's just to
means that
set
they
the
must
tone.
all be real talking bugs. We are looking
What if we're
at a
all-
universe where
the whole world's
talking
just
bugs
bugs?
are making movies about talking bugs with tiny cameras and tiny film equipment. And they're not alone. The Monsters, Inc. bloopers also feature monsters on the crew filming the movie. And while we don't fully see the crew in the Toy Story bloopers, and they seem to have human hands, they're the same size as the toys, and in one shot, if you look closely, we can see enough of the arm to reveal it as the exact same weird bendy elbow that Woody does, meaning they are all actually toys. All of these fictional in-universe movies are being filmed by the actual talking sentient
that's
creatures
crazy.
from their respective movies, meaning talking bugs, toys, and monsters all actually exist in these weird meta blooper universes. Okay, that's pretty interesting, but why does any of this really matter? At the end of the day, these are still just little bonus segments
Wait,
that
Tom
exist
Hanks
in
is
their own
Woody?
separate continuities. It's not actually canon to the real Pixar universe that we care about. And that's true, but unlike the Pixar universe, these bloopers actually feature, for the very first time ever, concrete connections between these films.
Yo, what the fuck?
You know, I can't believe you talked him into making.
Yo, what the fuck? This can't be, dude, Chad, this can't be real. This shit's edited.
Woody shows up as a crew member on A Bug's Life.
This is
the
edited.
bugs show up
I ain't
in
never
Toy
seen
Story
this
2,
shit.
and Rex shows up in the Monsters, Inc. bloopers. And these are not just little background references. These are indisputable crossovers where the characters interact with each other. So no,
I've
this is
never
not
seen
a
that
theory
shit,
about
Chad.
how the story in the Pixar movies connect. This is a theory about how the Pixar metaverse, the fictional universe where all of these stories are just movies filmed by live-action actors, connects together. And believe me, there is so much more here than you would ever realize.
Yo, this is insane.
Before we continue, I just want to say that this theory does not replace or disprove the Pixar theory or any other theories about these movies. Just because they acknowledge in the lore that these are just fictional movies doesn't mean you can't still theorize about the fictional movie plots. Also, as I'm recording this, I did just find out that another YouTuber, The Theorizer, did kind of briefly mention the bloopers in his video, and his Pixar theories do get pretty meta, but as you're about to see, my theory goes in a very different direction, and as far as I'm aware, no one's ever actually talked about the literal crossovers in these bloopers. But you know what, still, go check out his video, he's got some fun stuff, go ahead and compare it to mine, and check out any Pixar theory I show in this video. I think they're all really cool and definitely worth a watch. Also, now that we're getting meta, we're doing kind of a television theory, I just want to clarify that when I talk about Pixar Studios from now on, I'm referring to the fictional in-universe Pixar Studios that is implied to exist in this metaverse. I am not trying to make any claims about the real-life Disney Pixar Studios. I am strictly theorizing about fictional lore here. Please do not sue me, Mr. Mouse. Let's continue.
Wait, hold up. Why does someone in the chat really just said like this video and subscribe to me right now? What the heck? So I can't believe someone just said that in the chat. If I were you, I'd listen to what they said.
So, from now on, I will be referring to this connected, behind-the-scenes cinematic universe as the Pixar Metaverse, a term I'm blatantly stealing from Quentin Reviews. We now know for a fact that the world of the Pixar Metaverse has actual talking toys, bugs, and monsters that all coexist and make movies together about talking toys, bugs, and monsters. Unfortunately, only these 3 movies had these bloopers, so we don't really get a ton of information about how this Metaverse world works. It seems like the main difference between the Metaverse and the world of the Pixar movies is that humans are most likely aware of all of these talking creatures' existence. We don't see any humans in these bloopers, but the fact that humans are also acting in these movies seems to imply that they're working together. One of the monsters even says they're working in Hollywood.
You're messing up the scene. Sorry. We're never gonna work in Hollywood again.
So yeah, humans and talking toys and bugs and monsters all peacefully coexist in this world.
Makes sense.
Even though we never see it, I think there's a good chance that talking rats and fish and maybe even superheroes all exist in the same world and everyone knows about it and it's not a big deal. There would be some exceptions like the films that depict entirely different worlds, but even if the worlds in those movies are fictional, in this metaverse, I don't see why there can't also be talking cars and robots and even straight up magical creatures just walking the streets. You know, if magical talking toys exist, I feel like they all could exist in the same world at the same time, peacefully coexisting. And that's where I was gonna end the Pixar Metaverse theory. It's not the most complicated, in-depth idea. It kind of just explains itself once you think about it. But hey, I'm not complaining, you know? Easy theory means easy video. I got no problem with that. But then, right when I was about to record this video, I felt a little itch in the back of my head.
Oh,
the
shit.
same itch you get when you look at bad mocap animation or an unlicensed knockoff of a popular character. The kind of itch that tells you there's something off here.
You got that itch on
behind
your
the
back.
laughter and the kooky hijinks is something profoundly wrong. So I rewatched the bloopers over and over again. For weeks, I couldn't sleep without thinking about these damn bloopers. And then one day, I finally realized what it was that was bothering me so much.
Oh, what was it?
It was this
Holy shit.
single clip from
I
the
can't
Bugs
wait to
Life
see
bloopers.
it. Marker.
Oh, wait, stop. I think I swallowed a bug.
Wait a second. How if he swallowed a bug, but he's a bug.
He just
What? In
he
the
double
same
bugged
clip,
it.
They remind us
He's a
that
fucking
these are
cannibal.
not just people wearing bug
Oh,
costumes.
shit.
The crew clearly also looks like bugs. But then how did he swallow
gobbled up a
tiny
bug.
Are these things not actually bugs?
He double
And
bugged
if
it.
so, what are they? And
Oh my
look at
God.
their reaction.
I think I swallowed a bug.
They're not horrified like he just consumed an equal member of their society. They're laughing the way you or me would laugh if we swallowed a fly. And it's not like flies
Oh my
are
God,
tiny
that's
in this world
crazy.
either. They're the same size as the ladybug. It's an extremely weird contradiction, but I soon realized it was far from the only one.
Holy shit, he swallowed a bug. But he is a bug.
Woo! I don't remember eating that. I can't believe this. That's the 5th time. What's that guy in? Sorry, everyone. I had that bean burrito for lunch.
I had that bean burrito for lunch. Toys don't eat. Toys have never eaten in any of these movies.
Holy
the closest we get
shit.
is maybe Bullseye licking cheese dust off a finger, but that's just tasting. They don't have internal organs. They can't actually consume food. This would seem to imply that the actors
Oh my
are
God,
not
this is going
toys.
crazy.
But remember, the off-screen crew also looks like toys. And not to mention, in this clip, there are tons of identical Buzz clones that sound exactly like him, even when they're out of character.
I can't believe this. That's the 5th time. What's that guy in?
Which implies they are real toys, but toys don't eat. And why is Rex so big compared to the monsters? Monsters are supposed to be bigger than humans, and much bigger than toys. And why do the bugs
Holy
look
shit,
tiny
he's
compared to
cooking.
Buzz, even though Woody was shown to be the exact same size as an ant? And why is this bird a mechanical robot when everyone else is a talking living thing? And wait. If they're just supposed to be actors pretending to be fictional characters, why does Buzz call Woody Woody out of character?
What? What are you laughing about? Huh? Real funny, Woody.
Like, wouldn't Woody's actor have a different name that Buzz would call them when they aren't acting?
What? What's so funny? Woody! Huh? Darn it, Woody!
None of these bloopers make any goddamn sense, and the fact that they don't make any sense doesn't make any goddamn sense, because the creators clearly went out of their way to add details to clarify the lore of this metaverse world, while also going out of their way to add details that directly contradict what they've set up. Like, literally, in the same shot, they're contradicting themselves. If they're not bugs, then just make the crew human, or just don't show the crew! You can't have both! Okay, so I think the answer to this is obvious. This is all just bullshit. It's a kid's movie. They were just making random shit up. And I've wasted weeks of my life overthinking this.
Weeks.
I acted all cocky in the beginning of this video, like, oh, I've discovered this amazing new evidence that no one was smart enough to even consider. But the reason why people don't consider these bloopers is because they don't make any fucking sense. And they only made 3 of these tiny little segments. We haven't gotten another blooper in 22 years.
Damn.
There is not nearly enough content
22
here
years?
for me to
Holy
make
shit.
a proper theory. And even what we do
It's
have
like the OG
is full
bloopers.
of contradictions. This whole video has been pointless, and I should just scrap it and work on something else. But then I got that itch again.
Oh shit. We're on part 3? Goddamn.
Believe me, I wanted to scrap this video and work on something else, but I couldn't shake the feeling that there must be something somewhere out there that gives us just another glimpse of this behind-the-scenes metaverse world. So I kept searching and searching and searching and searching everywhere I could think of. The Pixar Wikipedia, the Disney Plus spin-offs and short films. I even watched fucking Mater's Tall Tales, and there was still nothing I could use. But then I realized I was looking in the wrong place.
Mater's Tall
Pixar
Tales would
always
be a good spot to
re-releases their
go.
movies on DVD, and a
Oh,
lot of
shit.
these DVDs have special features and bonus content like creator interviews, deleted scenes, old promotional material, and most
Damn, these are
importantly,
old.
the blooper segments. If there's more metaverse content out there, I bet you it's on these DVDs. So I bought as many DVDs as I could find and
Ain't
started
no
looking
way.
through every single menu item until I found a little something called character interviews.
We've arranged to go live via satellite to the stars of Toy Story, Woody and Buzz. Hello, guys.
Damn, this shit's old as
Hello.
fuck.
The Toy Story, A Bug's Life, Finding Nemo, and The Incredibles DVDs all feature character interviews.
Thank you for letting us in on the set.
Hi.
Hello! This is a set for Andy's room. It's where all us toys live in the movie.
Oh, well, you know, we really shouldn't give too much away.
These are interviews with the animated characters talking with real live-action humans trying to promote their movies.
Come see Toy Story 2!
I'll certainly try.
This is 100% in the same metaverse as the bloopers, and we now have almost 15 minutes of new content to analyze. So,
Damn.
let's begin. So immediately, there's a lot of similarities between these interviews and the bloopers. Like the bloopers, the interviews also act like what we are seeing is not animated. It's being filmed by actual film equipment and cameras.
Oh my gosh, is that a camera? Hi, I'm Dory.
And again,
I don't remember
even though
these
the
being
characters
this
are presented
old.
as actors behind the scenes, they still have the same names as the characters they play.
My name is Flick, and I guess you could say I'm the hero of the picture.
This will get them into the theaters in droves. Buzz, it's not true.
Now, the Toy Story, Bug's Life, and Finding Nemo interviews don't really tell us anything that we didn't already know, but the Incredibles interviews are very, very interesting.
May I say that it's an incredible pleasure to be here?
Unlike the other interviews, these aren't disconnected video calls. The Incredibles are actually in the room with the live-action
Damn, that's
human
pretty
interviewer,
impressive
which
for
is
1986.
very weird and uncanny looking.
Nancy, I love that outfit.
Thanks.
Okay,
Elastigirl,
that's-
good to see you. You look great.
That's
But
pretty
even
creepy.
stranger, when asked about being in these movies, the
This is-
Incredibles
this
have a
is
very
strange.
different response.
Now that you have finished filming The Incredibles, are you looking forward to getting back to your regular life and settling down a little bit?
I didn't really make the movie. This whole movie is a cartoon, you know?
It's a cartoon. It's a computer-generated, exaggerated thing.
Unlike every other instance of the Pixar metaverse, The Incredibles claims that their movie actually is animated.
No, it's a cartoon. It's animated.
Man, I'm not in the movie. It's a cartoon. Do I look like a cartoon to you?
They are very insistent that The Incredibles movie is just a cartoon that they didn't even act in. It was just something inspired by their real lives.
I mean, I didn't really do anything. I mean, they paid me a fee to use elements of my life story.
We just gave Pixar permission to be inspired by, I guess is a legal term, our lives.
Which is weird, because they are clearly cartoons, especially when compared to the real-life human interviewers in front of them. They even acknowledge this in the interviews.
Do I look like a cartoon to you?
Kinda.
Like, huh?
Says
These
black.
movies not being animated was the only consistent thing about the metaverse, but now they're contradicting that too.
It's a cartoon. It's animated.
How am I supposed to make a theory about this? I've looked through every possible avenue for more metaverse content and only found more contradictions. Look, obviously Pixar puts a lot of time and effort into the world building of these award-winning animated movies, but clearly they don't give a fuck about these bonus behind-the-scenes clips. There's no theory here. I give up. I'm sorry. I can't. Wait a second. These award-winning animated movies. Oh my god. How did I miss this?
How did he miss it?
Pixar has been nominated and won many different awards for their movies, but sometimes during the Oscars, guess who presents these awards?
Yo, what the fuck?
Wow, the Academy Awards. The nominees for Best Animated Short Film are, and the Oscar goes to...
That's right. Characters from Toy Story, A Bug's Life, Monsters Inc., The Incredibles, Cars, and even Up have all made physical appearances at the Oscars.
The real life thing, I've seen it.
This thing is so heavy.
And I know, your immediate instinct is probably going to be to say, oh, come on, these are just cute little gags for the Oscars, they don't count. But why not? Like the bloopers and interviews, they talk like they're actors in a movie.
Excuse me? Buzz, I had the leading role.
Technically, but I carried the picture.
They even show a character interview for the movie Up.
So what does this nomination mean to you?
Huh? What?
What is that? I will explore it now.
For the love of Pete.
Like it or not, these award shows are absolutely canon to the metaverse. And the reason why that is such an insane thing is because they are not the only animated characters at these awards.
Shrek, Aaron Warner.
Of course, it's a tremendous honor to be nominated.
Shrek? Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that?
An Academy Award.
Shrek? Jimmy Neutron, holy shit.
Yes, I am now claiming every single non-Pixar character that shows up alongside the Pixar characters at these awards is now officially a part of the same metaverse. Look, they even interact with each other. Mike and Sully react to losing Best Animated Picture to Shrek, and Lightning McQueen literally talks to Happy Feet.
Whoa, look at you.
This is no longer the Pixar metaverse theory. This is now just straight up the animated movie metaverse theory. It's all canon. They're all connected.
Holy fuck, this is getting insane.
All right, so let me pause for a second. I may have just lost a few of you guys there. At this point, you might be realizing that I haven't really done a lot of actual theorizing yet. I've kind of just listed off a bunch of increasingly absurd and contradictory facts. And now I've just gone and connected a million other franchises from other studios. Like what? Do I have to buy all their DVDs now too?
It's all making sense.
First off, I'm still gonna mostly just focus on the Pixar characters. Technically, yes, all of these movie characters are now connected in the metaverse, but this is still just a Pixar theory. But more importantly, we are finally done searching for new evidence, and we are ready to start the theory that I've been building up to for this entire video. And that's because in these award shows is a single clip that can be used to explain every single loose end and weird contradiction in the metaverse. A clip that fundamentally changes our way of viewing this world. The clip I'm referring to is the presentation for Best Animated Short Film from the 71st Academy Awards.
Yo, we got some carried out by the bugs.
This thing is so heavy. Hi, we're here to present the award for Best Animated Short Film because we're animated and we are short.
Wait,
For the first
They're
time
not
ever,
short.
Flick refers to the Bugs Life characters as animated.
We're animated.
And at first, this just seems like another contradiction in the massive pile of metaverse contradictions. But this little piece of information can be used to solve everything. How could Flick possibly be animated if he's physically on the stage at the Oscars in front of a crowd of real human beings? And I'm not asking how is this literally done in real life. I know it's all just special effects and none of this is actually real.
No,
I'm
it's
asking,
legit.
in the lore of the metaverse world where all of this is canon, how could this possibly make sense? How could any of these actors be animated when we are shown time and time again that they are real, physical, living things that can actually interact with the real world and require a crew and equipment to film them?
Because we're animated.
Because we're animated. What does the word animated actually mean? We assume it means just a fake CGI creation, but the word literally means full of life. So here is the actual theory I've been building up to for this entire video. Every
Holy
actor we
shit.
see in the metaverse is animated, but they aren't just soulless computer programs. They are actual living things that can physically exist and interact with the real world. Just like in real life, all the characters were created by Pixar to star in their movies, but in the metaverse, Pixar actually somehow physically brought them to life. This is supported by a little comment Carl makes during his Oscar interview.
What is that? I will explore it now.
For the love of Pete. For the love of Pete.
Carl says, "Ah, for the love of Pete," which is another way of saying, for the love of God. But I think Carl replacing the word God here with Pete is also a sneaky little reference to the fact that the director of Up was also named Pete.
Holy shit.
Directed by Pete Docter.
So, in the metaverse lore, Carl is essentially saying that Pete Docter, the director of Up, is his god, aka the person who literally created him and brought him to life. So no, this metaverse is not a world where all bugs and toys and cars can talk. This is a world where animation studios can literally create life in whatever form they choose. We don't know exactly
Holy
how
shit.
this happens. Maybe they were grown in a lab, or maybe it's like Toy Story where the power of love and imagination brought them to life. From the little details we do get, it does seem like a computer is involved somehow, but I personally feel like it's probably some kind of mix of technology and some sort of Toy Story imagination magic or whatever.
Computers alone did not create Toy Story. Toy Story carries a human spirit that shines even brighter than its computerized glow.
Again, we don't have enough information to figure out the exact mechanics of it, and that's okay. That's not what this theory is about. My theory is that in this metaverse world, Pixar and every other animation studio brings these characters to life and uses them as the cast and crews of their movies. And it's okay if you don't fully believe me yet, because I'm about to show you that this idea can be used to explain every single contradiction in the metaverse. So, let's take a look. First off, how does Slim swallow a tiny bug if he's supposed to be a bug?
I think I swallowed a bug.
Well, he's not. He's a magical, animated representation of a bug, and the bug he swallowed is an actual, real bug that made its way onto the Bugs Life set. This also explains why the toy actors need to eat.
I had that bean burrito for lunch.
It's because they're not really toys. Sure, they actually look like them on the
shit.
outside, but they probably have internal organs and all the same basic needs as any living thing. Okay, fine. But why do the actors in the metaverse still call themselves by their character names, even out of character?
Woody!
My name is Flick.
Oh, come on, Buzz!
You're right, Woody.
Well, if we're going...
Alright, chat. That was crazy. We're like halfway done with this video. There's still like another however many minutes left. So if you guys want to see a part 2 to this and figure out the rest of this video, make sure to like this, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one because this is actually getting crazy. And comment below what you guys want me to react to next. And I'm about to start uploading crazy content consistently, so make sure to like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. And follow me on Twitch because I'm about to start going live like crazy. So make sure to follow me on Twitch, JJDTM333. I'll leave it in the description down below. And yes, sir. I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's get it, chat. Caw-caw!